Today, Sad and I are going to make an apricot galette, and we are going to use the dough that we learned to make from Zoe. And here it is, just taken out of the refrigerator. But first of all, we're going to make some of the cream cheese filling. Let's begin by putting the cream cheese into this bowl. And to that, we're going to add the vanilla and the pinch of salt. I'm going to start to just blend it. Now we're going to get the lemon, and we are going to put the lemon zest into this, and this is going to give it a very wonderful flavor. This is going to be at the base of our galette. And of course, you need to always remember to wash the lemon, and definitely try to get some organic lemon so you know you're not putting chemicals in there. And then also, you never want to get the white part of the rind because that actually causes it to become bitter. So you just want to get the yellow part where the nice citric oils are, or citrus oils are. To this we will add the powdered sugar and the cornstarch. And the reason you use cornstarch is because that will help to take the juices of the fruit and allow them to stay in there and thicken up rather than just leak out. Now you just want to make sure that all the powdered sugar and the cornstarch are well amalgamated in here. And we are ready. We can set this aside and start with the pie. Now that our cream cheese filling is ready, I'm going to dust the work surface, and we'll place this dough right on here. Dust a little bit on top so it doesn't stick to the rolling pin. And now we're going to turn it just a little bit, and as we're going to keep pressing in so the dough doesn't crack. Let me just put another little dusting on top. And as you go along, just keep pressing it together. So you will have a beautiful round surface to put the fruit on. You see how I turn it always kind of an eighth of a turn? And not only does this help me to make sure that it doesn't stick to my work surface, but also it causes us to be able to have a nice round surface. And do you see all these marbled places in here? That's the butter, and that will make our dough so nice and flaky. An easy way to pull up the dough is to roll it around your rolling pin, and then bring whatever you're going to use to place your galette dough on. Bring it right there. And now we're ready to cut our stone fruit. When Sad and I were in Italy this past year, we went to an antique market in the middle of the town of Scarperia, and we were able to pick this beautiful cutting board up. We just couldn't resist and had to bring it home with us. So now we're going to cut these guys open, take the pit out, and we'll do that with all our apricots. And whatever is left over, we'll just have to enjoy eating it fresh. We'll begin by cutting these into some nice little slices. You could put them on whole, but we just love having them fanned out just for the eye. The eye is very important when you prepare food. Our apricots are cut, and with the knife that my son forged for me, I absolutely love it. Now we'll set this aside, place this on here, and we'll put the cream cheese filling on. We actually might not need all of it, but we'll begin by putting about this much on here, and then we're going to spread it out, just making sure that you don't go too close to the edges, because this part will be folded over into what is a typical galette. And now it is time to put our stone fruit down, and you see how you can fan it out a little bit like this. And we're gonna keep going around the circle. You guys gotta check out Zoe. She is an amazing pastry chef, and she has some amazing tutorials as well on her Instagram page, and she's definitely worth following. Here is our last piece, and it happens to be nice and colorful. Now on top of this, we're just going to sprinkle sugar. And now comes the very satisfying part. We're just going to bring in the dough and just kind of fold it in there. And since it's a very rustic dessert, it doesn't matter if it's all nice and precise. Ooh, this is already looking amazing. Put another little twist here. I guess let's put them all in the same direction. There we go. Here I have some heavy cream. And with the heavy cream, I'm just going to brush the edges. And once we're done with brushing this heavy cream on, we'll sprinkle some sugar on here as well, and in the oven it goes. Now that we've gone all around, I'm just going to go over it, sprinkle a little bit of sugar on there, and then afterwards you want to make sure that you don't keep that sugar on the pan because it will be a mess to clean up. Here I just got a brush from the hardware store. They're really inexpensive. And we are going to brush all that extra sugar off because that will otherwise burn on the pan, and like I said, it's going to be messy to clean up. Now that the borders are nice and clean, we are going to place this in the preheated oven. We have had a nice fire going in there, but now we need to get all the hot coals out. The oven is nicely preheated. And we'll place these in a bucket right next to us. This goes right in here. It's just a metal bucket. With this wire brush, we're gonna brush everything to the side. Now the oven was nicely preheated above the temperature we need, but as we are taking the coals out and brushing it, it's getting right to the right temperature. Let's check the temperature, and look at there, just about right. Our galette goes in, and we will close the door. Let's peek inside, and I think it is ready. Look at there. Oh wow, this is looking mighty good. Look at that crust. I can't wait to dig into it. So we made sure to go all around, and now we're going to slide it right on the serving platter. Let's move it over just a tad, and we are ready to serve a delicious dessert. Place some mint right on top. We allowed our galette to rest for a bit, and now the best part, we get to eat it. Oh, and the dough sounds nice and crunchy and flaky. And here is our first slice. We're gonna pick it up with this spatula, and here it is. Look at how delicious it looks. I may even put a little leaf right here of mint, and this is ready to be served. Buon appetito!